I'm here to...
Well, it's about time. Put it somewhere inside.
There must be some mistake. I'm not delivering anything.
What do you want, then?
The innkeeper sent me. He said you're looking to hire someone.
He's not wrong. I was afraid nobody would turn up. Who might you be?
Henry of Scallis.
I'm Betty. I run the place.
I'm guessing business isn't great.
Everyone has to start somewhere. Once I've got the place in good nick and up and running, it'll be the best establishment in the city. I need you to bring some things from Grund. And while you're there, find my wagoner Matsek and bring him back as well. He went there before you and he hasn't come back yet.
What do you want me to bring back?
You know, a bit of this and a bit of that.
You're not telling me much.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And what if I told you to forget it?
You wanted a job, didn't you? I promise you won't regret it and you'll enjoy the journey.
All right then. It'll be a surprise. Who's Matsek?
The wagoner I hired for the job before you. He still hasn't come back. I reckon he's gone to ground in Grun, so to speak.
Why do you think he's gone to ground?
Matsek's a bit odd, superstitious. He once didn't set foot outdoors for 2 days because there was a black cat outside on the porch. When you meet him, you can ask him about it yourself.
Are you sure he'll be in Grund?
He's bound to be sitting in a tavern, boozing and keeping his head down. He used to steal for a living. So now he sees a catchpole round every corner, and he's afraid of his own shadow.
What's in it for me?
A decent bit of coin.
It's a deal. I'll go to Grund for the wagon and its driver.
In the meantime, I'll try and get this place cleaned up a bit. Take care now.
Stop that whistling! You're behaving like a child. Quick! Quick!
Whoa! Whoa!
Of course it will. A big city, lots of customers. What more could you want? I just hope we won't regret it. Regret what? Not staying in that ruin with the soldiers everywhere. Nah, it couldn't be any worse than that. Betty has work for us and a place to stay, and we'll get out of this shithole.
I can't wait till I see the Sunday markets. I've never been in the city before.
The first money I make, I'll spend on a pretty dress and a headscarf to go with it.
And some shoes.
Welcome here. I just hope it isn't a setup. It's been ages since she said she'd send someone. And meanwhile, we're stuck here and there's no sign of anyone.
Someone will turn up. In the meanwhile, it's nice and warm here, and there's enough food and ale to go round.
Food and ale and nobody to pay for it.
Shush! Don't let them hear us.
Hey, who do you reckon that fidgety old geezer is? I don't like the look of him.
Who would he be? He came with that wagon that's outside.
Maybe he could drive us to Betty's.
I already asked, but as soon as I turned to him, he pretended not to see or hear me. He just upped and left. He's right dodgy, if you ask me.
Oh well.
Good boy.
Let's hope someone else comes.
I was sent by Betty, the bathkeeper from Kuttenburg. Do you know her?
Aye, we know her, sweetie. What can we do for you?
I'm supposed to pick something up here. I don't know what, but I reckon you might.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't. What's it to you?
Well, Betty said it would be a surprise.
She was right about that. A surprise for you and us, handsome. When do we leave?
Hold on. I'm meant to be picking you up.
Aye, all of us. We're supposed to work at Betty's bathhouse.
Where do you know Betty from?
We met by chance. We were sitting in a tavern, complaining about our jobs. Before that, we was in a bathhouse in Backwater, the same as this one, and it wasn't nothing good. Betty heard us, and there and then she offered us something better in Kuttenburg.
All of you?
That's right. She said she had big plans for her bathhouse. But the main thing is it's the city. Nobody in their right mind would say no.
Are you girls going to work as bathmaids?
What do you think we're going to do?
I don't know. I thought maybe...
What? We might want to join a nunnery? Ha! No chance. We're all experienced. We know what the job's about.
Can we go?
You expect us to walk to Kuttenburg? Betty said she'd send a wagon for us.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Give me a moment. I'll sort it out.
Oh, I suppose so.
I'm looking for Matsek, the wagoner. Is that you?
Who's asking?
I'm Henry. And you are...
Look, I have to go. Farewell.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullet when it's time to sow winter grain. I need...
Relax. Betty from Kuttenburg sent me. She said you were supposed to bring her something, but instead you're still hanging around here. So she wants to know what's going on. If you need help, I'm your man.
Thank God you're here. This job will be the death of me. Everyone thought it was suspicious that I was driving girls to and fro.
Do you mean the girls you were supposed to deliver to Betty?
What girls do you think I mean? Getting them there is not that simple, though. A wagon full of girls is suspicious. Everyone watches, and then they remember your face.
What of it? There's no law against driving girls into the city.
It's just with my face. Everyone wonders what pretty girls are doing with a bloke like me. On top of that, I had a dream. I dreamt I was stopped by soldiers. And soldiers are bastards. They treat you like dirt. Like in Kuttenburg, they stop every wagon and check what's on it.
Even if we're stopped, so what? We're not carrying anything we're not allowed to.
Just as you say. Nothing we're not allowed to carry.
Even if there is trouble, I'll deal with it. I've dealt with worse.
We haven't done nothing, have we? And if anything happens, I don't know you. Never seen you before in my life.
You get the wagon ready while I go and get the girls.
Just don't be too obvious about it. I don't want no one to see us together.
Yeah.
For some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Can we go?
If we don't have to walk, then sure.
Your wagon awaits outside the tavern, my dears. Get on.
Come and take a look. Quality goods.
Good to see you.
God be with you.
Pears! Delicious pears! Juicy pears! What do you think it'll be like there?
Oh, Clara said it's wonderful there. Lovely clothes, shops full of all kinds of stuff, and never a dull moment. And she said everyone's really... cultivized!
Rich customers. That's the main thing. I'm sick of villagers asking if they can pay later.
Rich and gentlemanly.
That young lad who's escorting us, I bet he lives there. Maybe he'll tell us more.
Aye! Ask him then.
Why me? You ask him.
Sir?
I'm not some lord. Just call me Henry. What do you want?
What's it like in the city?
The city's big and beautiful. Everyone there is living on the pig's back.
You're having me on.
No, I'm not. You'll see for yourself soon enough. It's not like in a village. Everything's a lot bigger.
And the fellas? Are they all bigger as well?
Never given it any thought.
Pity. Do you work at the bathhouse as well?
No. I have other business to take care of. I'm just helping Betty out for now.
But I expect you'll be coming to see us, though. Won't you?
Maybe if I'm in the neighborhood.
A gent like you must be very busy. Right?
I don't have time for girls right now.
Maybe you just haven't met the right ones.
I've met loads of girls. There's a lot going on these days. War, Sigismund.
Oh, don't start. Turn your thoughts to nicer things. Actually, I wanted to ask you, well...
I find it hard to believe a girl like you can be shy.
Right, there's no point beating about the bush. Are you more into tits or bottoms?
Is that what you lot talk about all the time?
Don't change the subject. I want to know.
Definitely backside.
Arse? Why's that?
I don't know what I can tell you. Maybe because it's a nice thing and you know how to wiggle them.
You bet we do. If you saw how I could wiggle my ass.
I can... well imagine.
Hear that, girls? He's an arse man.